Sometimes it's easy to predict the future. If I flick a switch, I know a light will turn on. If I push a pen off the border, I know it will fall down. And if I pick my smartphone, I know I'll find a notification from Instagram. These events are almost certain, but you know very well that predicting the future is seldom that easy. If I enroll in philosophy at university, will I be able to graduate on time? Is it a good idea to go out to dinner with that guy I met yesterday? Or should I accept that proposal to invest in a mysterious cryptocurrency? These are all examples of uncertain situations, which means we don't know beforehand what will happen. That cryptocurrency's value might make a jump or fall to zero. The guy I'm having dinner with might be my future husband or a horrible person. What should we do then? How can we decide what course of action to take amongst all the possibilities? A game can help us understand better. We flip a coin. If it's heads, we win $100. If it's tails, we lose $100. Is it worth it to take the bet? Well, if we think about it, it doesn't make much sense. If we flip the coin 100 times, we can expect it will be 50 times heads and 50 times tails, leading us to win and then lose $5,000. On average, we don't win and lose anything, so it's not worth it to play. In technical terms, we can say the expected value of this bet is $0. Generally speaking, the expected value is the mere result we expect from an uncertain event. Another bet will explain it better. This time, if it's heads, we win $300, and if it's tails, we lose the usual $100. It's immediately clear that it's now convenient to take the bet. Indeed, if we flip the coin 100 times, we can expect to win 50 times, with total winnings worth of $15,000, and to lose 50 times, losing $5,000. The net total will be $10,000 we can happily keep. In this case, the expected value from the bet is not zero, but a positive number. Sure, I hear you saying, but these coin flips are unrealistic. Nobody will bet like this in the real world. That's absolutely true. However, one thing is clear from these examples. It's better to make choices where the expected value is positive. We have seen it in practice, but how exactly is the expected value calculated? Don't worry, it's quite easy. If you find yourself in an uncertain situation with multiple possible outcomes, what you have to do is to multiply each result, for example winning $300, by the probability of that happening, for example 50%. And then adding all the values together. In the case of the coin flip, there were two possible outcomes. Either I win $300 because it's heads with a 50% chance, or I lose $100 because it's tails with a 50% chance. The expected value of each flip is therefore $150, the weighted winning for a 50% chance, minus $50, which is the weighted loss for a 50% chance. The resulting expected value is therefore $100, and since $100 is a positive number, we can conclude the bet works to our advantage. Which is all good and well, but how can we apply it to real life? How can we decide whether to invest in that cryptocurrency or go out with that guy? Well, as you have probably realized, in the real world things are much more complicated, essentially for two reasons. First, quantifying wins and losses of every event is not so easy. If I go out to dinner with that guy and he turns out to be a horrible person, I can perhaps estimate that I'll lose 2 or 3 hours of my life and maybe the money for the dinner. Estimating gets harder in case things go well. I fell head over heels with him and he becomes my husband and the father of my children. What's the value of that? $1 million? $10 million? Who knows? It's up to you to try and make reasonable estimates to the best of your abilities, although it's not easy. Secondly, even if it was possible to quantify the exact wins and losses, such as in the case of cryptocurrencies, calculating our chances of winning or losing, it's not easy at all. Yes, 1 year from now, this cryptocurrency might be worth $1 million or $10, but what are the chances that it will be worth $1 million 1 year from now? 1%, 10%. Again, it's up to you to make reasonable estimates using what you know about the field, perhaps comparing this investment to similar moves. But of course, it's not easy. So, while it's clear that it's better to make choices with a positive expected value, how to calculate this number in practice is a bit less clear. Is it all pointless then? If you cannot make estimates about certain outcomes and related probabilities, What's the use of all this? In our opinion, it's useful for two reasons. First, thinking in terms of probabilities is always useful because it forces us to make choices that are more rational and less influenced by biases and by our current emotions. For example, calculating the expected value of the lottery immediately makes it clear that playing is pointless, even if we are feeling lucky today. Secondly, by sitting down to try and quantify the value we'd assign to every single situation, for example, how much I value marrying that guy, we can get a better understanding of our own goals and our own values. It's not exactly romantic, but it's an interesting exercise. So we suggest you try and use this useful formula in your daily life. We'll talk about it again in the future, so let us know in the comments if there are specific cases in which you would like to see it applied. If you're interested in that, click on the like button and follow us, and we'll see you in the next video.